Hello everyone, my name is Moji. You're watching a Bitcoin bubble news channel. We're in the time frame where liquidity usually rises before the US election. Since tax season just ended, Janet Yellen likes to drain the treasury. We have a possible solution. This is something I talked about with Obi and Mando earlier on RectVision. Charles said that they step in and sell dollars. That will add money to the system. It is now time for the cash cycle. This tends to be very seasonal in crypto until about August or September. Then it gets rough during the election because no one knows where it's going or what it means. Eventually, things settle down after the election with the long banana zone. Guess who is watching us now? The author of Well Known. Rich Dad Dad is so sad. Joe Robert Kiyosaki. We want to thank everyone who put their trust in us. We read all of your comments, and the best part is that it's free. If you sign up now, you'll get all the new information for free. Stay ahead of the trends instead of just following them. Sign up for Bitcoin Boom right now and enjoy the new edge. There is a video today where Raoul Pal, co-founder and CEO of Real Vision, talks about the price action in Solana and why it might be hitting the banana zone. Through charts and the study he does at Global Macro Investor, Raoul gives investors good ideas about what they should look for next. In fact, I'm not even going to try to time it. Thought is take off some lifestyle chips, run the rest, and try to buy the seller. It's just that I think it's hard to do. In idea, it always looks good. It's really hard to do. And let's say you've grown your $10,000 to $100,000 and then the market drops 80%. You probably won't put your $100,000 stack back in because you were afraid of losing it. It would be awful for people to talk to each other online. It looks like the US is going to arrest everyone in the business, and you won't believe it. Okay, it's just easy is something I really don't like the thought of. I only sell when the price is high and buy when it's low. Just hold the big ones if you're new to crypto. Try not to look at it. I hate the trade stuff. There's nothing you can do to mess this up. This is what I use. Don't fuck this up. The big idea is to have 90% of your work in the majors and 10% that you can play around with. But since you're new, check out the market. There is a lot of instability. If you don't understand it, you might panic and do the wrong things because you think you can handle it. Take your lessons first and really learn them. Moving money from banks to people is not what liquidity is about. Adding more money to the economy lowers the value of the coin. We believe that the Treasury has gone over the government general accounts. We believe that the Fed stopped QT. We think that the reverse swap is running out of money. We believe that Congress will likely allow Fannie Mae to offer home equity release mortgages, which could bring in trillions of dollars over time. We think that either tax cuts or more government spending will help the economy. We also believe that the Japanese could sell dollars to mess with the global system, which would add more dollars. We also believe that most governments will add money to the market. We believe China should make its money more flexible. And we believe that Basel IV will happen next year. This will cause banks to buy more bonds. We believe there are several places where cash can be found. Business real estate is another one. In the end, if things stay bad enough, the Federal Reserve might make a special type of car to hold all of these loans. We've seen that happen before, most notably during the savings and loan collapse in the early 1990s. That's another way to get cash. There are a lot of different paths that we haven't even touched on yet. They'll look for any answer. Everyone is on edge in the cryptocurrency market, especially Bitcoin, because of June's wild price changes. What comes next is the most important question. In July, where are we going to be? In the past, has July been a strong or bearish month? Also, when and where do you think this bull run will end? In the market, timing is always more important. Analysts on Kyle Dute's trade show on Crypto Banter said that there had been a small drop in Bitcoin prices on the daily chart leading up to the CME weekly close. As June comes to a close for Bitcoin and Ethereum, it's important to look back at how July has historically done. In general, July has been a strong month, with 7 green months and 4 red ones in the past. If June ends on a good note, July may continue to grow. In previous cycles, Bitcoin went up steadily for several months after hitting all-time highs after the halving. Like Bitcoin grew for about 8 months after the halving in 2017, before hitting the top of the cycle. In the same way, the 2017 cycle showed big gains for 9 months after it broke through previous highs. During the 2021 cycle, Bitcoin hit all-time highs, grew for 3 months, then fell, and finally reached a new high after 10 months. This trend points to growth for 8 to 10 months after all-time highs are broken. As of right now, we haven't closed a candle at all-time highs since the split. We might see growth until March or May 2025 if this happens in July. If we think about a situation where growth slows down and returns start to decrease, we might not see a lot of change until January or February 2025. If you look at the time cycle from the first top in the 2021 cycle, this bull run could go on until February or March 2025. Based on these studies, he said that increase would likely continue for the rest of the year. There's still a bull run left. The bull flag pattern and other simple forms of technical analysis point to more upward movement. If there is a big controlled move, Bitcoin's price could double from about $60,000 to between $100,000 and $120,000. And now you need to know what makes a cryptocurrency valuable. Network impacts and Metcalfe's law are what make it happen. It's not the number of deals that matters, but the number of users and the total value that has been sent over the chain. A lot of small deals are made with XRP. It doesn't move as quickly as Bitcoin, which does a lot of deals all at once. I've checked the price of XRP against Metcalfe's law formula, and it's always right. Either we're not getting enough new users or wallet holders, or the total amount of money being sent is not going up fast enough. It's really that easy. It's not being used enough to take it to the next level yet. Since there are a lot of trades on it, it makes sense that its value stays the same and doesn't go up. Do you think it's better to wait until the next peak, say in Q4 2025, sell all your crypto for cash, and then buy the new lower? We just had this question. That thing bothers me. I've tried to do it. As of 2017, I had made a 10x and sold everything for $2,000. It went up another 10x, but when I bought it again, it dropped 85%. It cost me $6,500 to buy it again. I would have done much better if I had just held the bloody spot from the start. Do not act too cute, but don't think you can be a hero and top and tail the cycle. If you need to, take lifestyle chips off. It's tough. It's really tough. Julie and I have looked at things like ISM for years. We know that it's still hard to do that because of the business cycle. I'd rather ride my bike, pick some up when you need to. For those who don't know, the delta gradient compares the change in velocity to a cryptocurrency's real organic capital, and rise shows up when the gradient is positive. This trend goes up for 28 to 60 days most of the time. Bitcoin was going down by minus 2.34 at press time. Based on this bad reading, it looks like the price may continue to go down. This expected downward trend could also last for the same amount of time. This metric shows how much money was made or lost on deals in the last few months. If the measure is positive, it means that there is a lot of profit taking. Because of this, prices might go down. If the measure is negative, on the other hand, it means that realized losses have gone up. If it's strong, the price might start to go up. According to Santiment, Bitcoin's network made a loss of minus 1.92 million Bitcoins. This meant that a lot of the transactions on the chain finished with losses. Usually this drop in price means that prices will go up soon. But since Bitcoin's network isn't being used as much, that might not be the case. As of press time, there were only 694,000 live addresses for 24 hours a day. It was almost 1 million a few days ago. Active addresses show how active a person is. That's why when it goes down like it has recently, it means that people in the market aren't using BTC very much. Because of this, there may be a big drop in desire for the coin. If people keep buying less, the price will go down.